cost and marginal revenue function are given as marginal cost is 50 plus x by 10, marginal revenue is 50, the fixed cost is rupees 100, determine the profit function. Now cost is integral of the marginal cost, so it is 50x plus x squared by 20 plus c1 where c1 is the constant of integration, but the fixed cost is 100, so this becomes 50x plus x squared by 20 plus 100. Marginal revenue is 50, so what will be the revenue? 50x plus k2. Now when x is 0, revenue is 0, so k2 is 0. So revenue is 50x and your profit function will be revenue minus cost, that is 50x minus 50x plus x squared by 2 plus 100. Simplifying, you get it as minus x squared by 20 minus 100. So we have the consumer surplus. If this is a supply curve and this is a demand curve, this is the equilibrium point. The part which is shaded in black is the supply consumer surplus and the part which is shaded in red is the producer surplus. Consumer surplus is given as integral 0 to q naught dq, that is the demand function, minus p naught q naught. Producer surplus is p naught q naught minus integral 0 to q naught sq. So coming to a question, for a certain item, the demand curve is P equal to dq is 20 by q plus 1 and the supply curve is P equal to sq equal to q plus 2. Find the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Also compute the consumer and producer surplus. So we equate both 20 by q plus 1 is q plus 2. So cross multiplying, you get 20 is q plus 1 into q plus 2. That is q squared plus 3q minus 18 is 0. So simplifying, you get q plus 6 into q minus 3 is 0. Q cannot be negative, so q is 3, and substituting in p equal to q plus 2, we get p as 5. So your equilibrium value is p naught is 5 and q naught is 3. Consumer surplus is integral 0 to, what is the formula? 0 to q naught dq minus p naught q naught. So it will be 0 to 3. dq is 20 by q plus 1 dq minus 15. Integral of 1 by q plus 1 is log mod q plus 1 within the limit 0 to 3 minus 15. That would be 20 log 4 minus 15, which is 12.73. The producer surplus is given by P naught Q naught minus integral 0 to 3 of SQ. SQ is Q plus 2. So that will give you 15 minus Q squared by 2 plus 2Q within the limit 0 to 3. Substituting, you get the answer as 4.5. So assuming the demand function is dq is 50 minus q and the supply function is sq is 20 plus root q, compute the consumer and producer surplus. So equating both, we get 50 minus q is 20 plus root q to get the equilibrium point. So you get q plus root q minus 30 equal to 0. If I put root q as x, I get x squared plus x minus 30 equal to 0. And you can factorize it, so you get x plus 6 into x minus 5 equal to 0. So x equal to 5, because x cannot be negative, so root q is 5 and q will be 25. So P will be 50 minus Q and that will be again 25. So your equilibrium point is P naught is 25, Q naught is 25. Consumer surplus is given by integral 0 to Q naught of dq. dq is 50 minus Q dq minus P naught Q naught, which is 625. That is 50Q minus Q squared by 2 within the limit 0 to 25 minus 625. So simplifying, you get it as 312.5. Producer surplus is P naught Q naught minus integral 0 to Q naught of the supply. Supply is 20 plus root Q, and integrating you get 625 minus 20Q plus integral Q raised to half is Q raised to 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 within the limit 0 to 25. Simplifying and substituting, you get the answer as 41.7. The demand function for a product is P equal to dq. equal to minus 0.8 q plus 150, and the supply for the same product is P equal to SQ equal to 5.2 q. Find the equilibrium point. So we equate the two. Minus 0.8 q plus 150 is 5.2 q. So 150 is 6 q. So q naught is 25, and substituting in one of these equations, P naught will be 5.2 into 25, which is 130. So the equilibrium point is P naught is 130, Q naught is 25. Find the consumer surplus at the equilibrium point. Consumer surplus is integral 0 to Q naught dq. dq is minus 0.8 q plus 150 minus P naught Q naught, that is 130 into 25. So you get minus 0.8 q squared by 2 plus 150 q within the limit 0 to 25 minus 3250. So you get the answer as 250. Producer surplus is P naught Q naught minus integral 0 to Q naught of the supply function, that is 5.2 Q. So that will give you 130 into 25 minus 5.2. Integral Q is Q squared by 2 within the limit 0 to 25, and simplifying you get the answer as 1625. The demand and supply functions for a product are P equal to dq equal to minus 2q plus 14 and sq equal to q plus 2. Find the market equilibrium values of P and Q. Also find the consumer surplus plus producer surplus when the market is in equilibrium. So for equilibrium, D equal to demand equal to supply. So minus 2q plus 4 is 14 equal to q plus 2. So you get q naught is 4, and substituting here you get p naught is 6. So this is your equilibrium value. P naught is 6 and q naught is 4. Now consumer surplus is integral 0 to q naught, the demand, that is minus 2q plus 14 dq minus p naught q naught, which is 24. Integrating you get it as 16. Producer surplus is P naught Q naught minus integral 0 to 4 of the supply, that is Q plus 2 dq. Integrating you get it as 8. So producer surplus plus consumer surplus is 24. This is applied maths and mathematics competency based questions for NCERT and ISC. Thank you. If integral x plus 2 by 2x squared plus 6x plus 5 dx equal to p integral 4x plus 6 by 2x squared plus 6x plus 5 dx plus half integral dx by 2x squared plus 6x plus 5, find p. So this is linear by quadratic, so I write numerator as a plus b into d dx of denominator. So x plus 2 equal to a plus 4bx plus 6b. Coefficient of x is 4b in the right hand side, left hand side is 1. So b is 1 by 4. Then a plus 6b is 2. Substituting for b, you get a as half. So x plus 2 becomes half plus 1 by 4 into 4x plus 6. And now if I divide by 2x squared plus 6x plus 5 and compare, p equal to 1 by 4. In a grain market for wheat at a price of rupees 20 per kg, the quantity demanded is 400 tons. At a price of rupees 25 per kg, the quantity demanded decreases to 200 tons. Formulate the linear demand function. So we use the formula P equal to A plus BX. So P is 20 equal to A plus B into X is 400, and then likewise 25 is A plus 200B. So solving these two equations, you get A is 30 and B is minus 1 by 40. So P becomes 30 minus 1 by 40x. The next part is if the supply function is Ps equal to minus 15 plus x by 20, determine the equilibrium price and quantity. So the demand function is 30 minus 1 by 40x equated to minus 15 plus x by 20. So we get 45 is x by 20 plus x by 40. Simplifying, you get x as 600, and substituting for p, you get p as 15. So your equilibrium price is 15 and equilibrium quantity is 600. Compute the consumer surplus. So consumer surplus is integral 0 to x naught, that is 600. The demand function, that is 30 minus 1 by 40x minus 15 into 600. So integrating you get 4500. Compute the producer surplus. Producer surplus is in P naught x naught, that is 15 into 600, minus integral 0 to x naught, that is 600, the supply function, that is minus 15 plus x by 20. And integrating, you get the answer as 9000. So this is competency based questions in integrals, applied maths, and maths for NCRT. Thank you.